Are you taking up other people's karmas? Let's discuss about it in this topic. So, what is like taking up other people's karma? Can we really do that? Yes. We unconsciously, subconsciously do that to ourselves. So, especially this video is more or less for people who are really on the spiritual path and really spiritually awakening. What people will try to do to you is they are going to throw away their karmas onto you. They're going to throw away their baggage onto you. How does this go about? So now you're on a spiritual path. You are very much in tune with your intuition. You have a clearer space within your soul. You have a kind of a clarity within yourself. You are, you feel less. You have a clarity. You have a clarity. Though people, who are egoistic, who are little, in a narcissistic zone, they want to tell you that you are way too confident, right? You are way too, clearer. It's funny. So, uh, they are the ones who are more clear than ever before. Okay. Spiritual people are actually the most, they are experimental. I have experimented my whole life. I have given 7 to 8 years of my life completely to experimenting. I have lived with the chaos. I have danced with the chaos. At the end of the day, for me to know who the F I am, to know who the heck I am. Okay, I did that for like 7, 8 years. I've done that, I've done that. I have taken all kinds of risks. I have done all kinds of, you know, work for that, right? I have allowed universe to take me. I have surrendered, and you have no idea what it takes to surrender when nobody around you is, when you're walking alone, basically. Okay, and there are hundred thousands of people around you. Okay, not hundred of thousands, but there are many people around you who are questioning you, who are questioning what you do, who have opinions and judgments to tell you, what you are up to, what you are doing, right? So, yeah. When you are spiritually awakened, when you have done the work, okay, you have done the inner work, you have sat with your emotions, you have cried all night, you have seen things which are even beyond their imagination, right? You have done stuff which is beyond people's imagination, right? They have no idea what kind of chaos you've went through, right? And you have got your clarity from within, right? That's how you got your clarity, isn't it? But now what happens when you are awakened, when you are the only one awakened, then what happens is that people suddenly have a problem. They have a problem. They think, how is she so clear? इसको डर नहीं लग रहा. You start, you when you are clear, when you stay in truth, like you have seen all bad that you could have seen, and you are now fearless. You have conquered your fears. I have literally went and put myself in the I have literally jumped into my fears. I've jumped into the pool. I've jumped into the valley of fears. Okay, I have literally done that because I wanted to be out of that suffocating place. Okay, and now with all of this work, okay, now you are spiritually awakened. Now people want you to take on their karmas. Okay, they want you to fear their fears. ओके, उनको समाज का डर है और उनकी प्रॉब्लम ये है कि तुम्हें कैसे डर नहीं है. They will tell you all such. You are a little immature right now. When you will grow older, you're going to realize that what we were saying is true. जो मुझे अभी रियलाइज़ नहीं हुआ, मुझे बड़े होके कैसे रियलाइज़ होगा, या मुझे किसी और एज में कैसे रियलाइज़ होगा. And in spirituality, I am supposed to live in the now. I cannot stay. Future is all about fear. When you think about future, you're gonna have anxiety, you're gonna have fear. That's how future is. But I have earned this wisdom. I have earned this spiritual wisdom. I do not fear stuff. I have conquered my fears. I have gone through those dark times. I know what I know, and people will never understand that about an awakened person. Will never understand that about an awakened person, right? They are not going to understand that how are you so fearless. They are not going to understand from where does your clarity come. They're gonna think it's the ego, you know. बट जो लोग मॉडरेशन में रहते हैं ना, जो लोग हिपोक्रेट्स होते हैं, दिखावा करते हैं, जैसे कि हमारी इतनी ईगो नहीं है, ये है, उनमें सबसे ज़्यादा ईगो होती है. ओके, my words, my learnings, my wisdoms, they come from a source of clarity. They come from, I am connected to a higher consciousness. They come from that. But people will never understand that about you. People would like to see you as they are. That's the, that's the price you pay when you are the first one to wake up. But does that mean you stop moving? Does that mean that you stop going? No, you don't. You still walk up your path, because that's exactly what mattered to you always, right? Yeah. Do I have a problem with these kind of people, or I'm here to speak negatively about these kind of people, or this video is about these kind of people? No, this video is about those kind of people who are waking up, who are getting spiritually awakened on their path, who are, who are walking that journey. This video is about them. I have made videos for all kinds of people who are in shame or guilt or whatever. Okay, and I don't look down or look upon anyone, okay, because that's not my dharma. Okay, because I will miss life if I do that, and I know that, right? But I am making this video because I want to tell you that, because I just want to tell you that what you know inside is true. I have delayed my journey. I have gotten lost in the forest a lot of times. I've gotten lost in the chaos a whole lot of times, just because I took up other people's karma. What they feared, or what they went through, or they have never done work upon themselves. They are more interested in keeping other people happy around them. That's what they've always mattered in their life. And when you try to do your own thing, when you try to do, a thing which is unconventional, everything, people are gonna come and tell you, people are gonna come and stop you and gonna put their fears into your mind. They're gonna tell you, how can you be so clear? तुम्हें समझ नहीं है. You are behaving very kiddishly. You are behaving very immaturely. This is what people are going to tell you. Because people somewhere, unconsciously, subconsciously, they do think that fearing is a very mature mind. If you fear, if you have long insights, if you have long, you have long-term insights, then that is mature, that is intelligent. They do think like that. But in spirituality, we give importance to the now, to the present. And if present will tell me that I do not have anything to fear, that means I do not have anything to fear. And I have learned that lesson from experience. It comes from a deep understanding of life. It comes from a deep experience of life. So when you are the one who has awakened, there are going to be a whole lot of people who will try to make you will try to make you think or talk or work like them. Because people who are sleeping, they have this one amazing characteristic. They have this amazing characteristic of living in society. You know how society breeds uniformity. सब एक ही जैसे डर से डरेंगे, ठीक है. सब डिग्रियाज ही लेंगे, सब ये सरकारी नौकरी ही करेंगे, सब शादी ही करेंगे इस एज के बाद, सब ऐसे ही करेंगे. People are sleepwalking because they are living in samaj, they are living in society. That's where they are living in. And somebody trying to do something unconventional, you know, because they have a sense of clarity, they have a sense of inner knowing, they have a sense of intuition. Okay? People are not going to get that. Intuition is beyond space and time. You know, you have access to a consciousness, you have an access to a higher being or a higher divinity within you or inside you. They are not going to get it because they have never accessed that. What they really limitedly know is society, is samaj. And from every inspired action comes from that. They're not going to understand what you're doing. They're not going to understand your level of clarity. Your clarity comes from God, my dear. But their clarity comes from society, samaj. They have never worked upon themselves. They don't want to work upon themselves. And on top of all of this is their karma. They have never worked upon themselves. They don't want to work upon themselves. And on top of this, they want to tell you that you are being foolish for not fearing the consequences of the future. They will do everything possible to bring you into the society, to bring you into the sleepwalking. That's how it works. Society ऐसे ही वर्क करती है. भेड़ बकरी इकट्ठे करते जाओ, जितने लोग आते जाएं भरते जाओ. That's how it works. That's how sleepwalking works. मैं भी sleepwalk करूँगा, तू भी sleepwalk करेगा, तू भी sleepwalk करेगा, मैं भी sleepwalk करूँगा. That's how sleepwalking works. झूठ को हमेशा बहुत लोग चाहिए होते हैं, पर एक बार आपने अपने अंदर का सच देख लिया, आप शेर की तरह अकेले ही चलते हो. That's the truth. They have never done work upon themselves, and you have done the work upon yourself. Don't lose that work that you have done upon yourself. Respect yourself. Have all the value of the spiritual work that you have done on yourself. I know nobody's going to clap, applaud for the things that you have done for yourself. People are only going to clap. What job do you have? What salary do you have? How do you look? Yeah, how your appearance is, what your caste is, what car do you have, what house do you live in, where do you live in. People are only going to count that because that's something measurable, right? They have no concept of the level of consciousness. उन्हें ये बात समझ नहीं आती है कि हम different level of consciousness में रहते हैं. They don't understand that there could be people who have high level of consciousness or who have low level of consciousness. What they know is only that they can measure. They are living from their mind, thinking mind. वो सिर्फ measurable outcomes में रहना चाहते हैं. Security, comfort. They don't want to do the spiritual work. They don't want to take any kind of risk. They just want to go about life. You know, just die a peaceful death one day. Not an alive death. But a spiritual person will always have an alive death. It will meet death like it's full of life. But a society man and a society woman, they're gonna meet their death as if they're gonna meet their death very peacefully, yaar. Yeah. But a spiritual person, spiritual man is gonna meet the death like it's alive. If you are somebody walking on your spiritual path, people are going to tell you or put in your mind thousands of their fears, their karmas. They never did the work on themselves. Now they want to put it in your mind. Have respect for the spiritual path that you have taken up till now. Don't look back. Walk it through. Take risks. I don't know why I'm so angry today. Feeling so angry doing this. But I've seen this. I have seen this. It just makes me feel so bad. Okay. I get it that these people are not doing it consciously. I get it. But I have really forgiven people a lot. Understanding that they're not doing it consciously. And they're not doing it consciously. I get it. Subconsciously, unconsciously ho jata hai. They do not understand. And I know that they're themselves suffering. Okay. And it's like तुम्हें समझ when you're spiritually awakened तुम्हें कभी समझ ही नहीं आता कि इन पे तरस खाना है, इन पे गुस्सा होना है, क्या होना है यार, तुम्हें समझ ही नहीं आता है. Because they are doing it so subconsciously and unconsciously, and you just see it, and you try to even help them, but sometimes they just don't want to take the help. They don't want to do the work on themselves. They want to stay in that comfort zone. And all you do is just watch and feel bad and feel pity. And next moment you feel angry. Like don't try to bring me into your karma. Okay? Being an awakened man, being an awakened woman in a herd of sheep is difficult. You require a whole lot of patience, whole lot of forgiveness, right? There's a price for awakening for sure, but there is an amazing price for awakening first, I don't know. It more or less feels like a channeling rather than, doing a video. Yeah. Don't let other people's karma. Take up your own karmas. Walk, my dear. Walk the path. Look forward, not backwards. You have done your work. Trust yourself. And literally, I have fallen so many times just because I didn't trust myself. I thought maybe other people are right. Maybe I am only the one who was hallucinating. Of course, there is nothing, maybe I'm thinking very logically. Maybe other people are right. I've done that so much to a point where I really regret. Why did I give other people's, opinions and advices so importance? And when I didn't do that, there were times when I didn't do that. But there were times when I was very clear upon what I want to do, right? And I did exactly that. And then also, they didn't like it. You see their ego getting triggers. What? She didn't listen to our advice? We are the mature ones. We know how to do life, right? She thinks that she can do it all by herself. She thinks that we haven't given her a good oh my god. Such fragile egos on small things. It's such fragile egos. And I've been a kind of person, bhai मैं गलत करूँ ना गलत करूँगी. Literally I've been that kind of a person. पता नहीं एक पॉइंट आया था जब I was like, no, this time, enough listening to people, enough listening to society. I will do what I want to do, even if that's wrong, even if I'm going crazy. I'm going to experiment. Because you know what? Spiritual seekers are experimental. Spiritual journey is a very much an experiential journey. You cannot solve it in your head. You know, ऐसा कर लेंगे, वैसा कर लेंगे, वैसा कर लेंगे, हम स्पिरिचुअल हो गए. नहीं बेटा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. तपस्या है, साधना है, बहुत त्याग है. It doesn't happen like that. Okay? So, yeah. Don't let other people's karma, don't let their baggage, don't let their not doing their own inner work, spiritual work, stop you from doing or moving further on your own spiritual journey. People are going to tell you thousands of things. Go into your spiritual caves, move into it. 100 days, take 100 days. It's your damn life. Ultimately, you have to meet your own death face to face. What are you going to tell your death? What are you going to tell you at your deathbed? Think about that. They are thinking, people are going to tell you, be far sighted. What if this happens? What will you do? You don't know. Then tell them that go more far sighted. Tell them about the death. When death comes to meet me, if I didn't do what I wanted to do, I'm gonna feel bad. So I want to say, I just felt like abusing. Let's just not use it. Just tell them to shut up with their advices. Yeah, much better. Just tell them to shut up with your advices, right? And tell them that look more further. There's death out there waiting for me. And if I do not did what I want to do, then I cannot meet it. I cannot hug my death. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video.